All right, guys, it's the SLC Dunk post-game show. I'm Hanson James. The Jazz beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'm not going to lie, I was completely surprised by this victory. This was the third game in 4 nights for the Jazz. They came off a really let's see, let's get this prepared. They came off a tough loss against the Timberwolves, where, in all honesty, if Rudy Gobert doesn't, have just that small little lapse, we win that game. The Jazz very much should be 3-0 right now. It's exciting stuff, guys. This team was supposed to be one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the Western Conference, and we just dominated them. The Jazz didn't just beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. We dominated them. I'm hyped. I'm stoked. This team has a chance to be really good, guys. So one of the things before we get into some of the kind of the in-game things that I noticed is the fact that Rodney Hood misses the game. And what's hard about that is we are missing a scorer on offense. For sure. He's a 3-point threat that has been hitting threes for us all year, and I can't wait for Rodney to get better. But what that also kind of does for us is it makes it so that there is literally not one weak link on defense for the Jazz. Not one. I mean, when Rodney's in, he's the weak link, and they attack Rodney incessantly. With him out, they put in Donovan Mitchell, and he bodied Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook had 6 points today. That's Ricky Rubio and Donovan Mitchell doing work. And so we can talk a little bit about Donovan Mitchell, who has really struggled offensively, which is fine. That's just a rookie thing. For example, that fast break where he got blocked by Melo, he had a teammate on the wing that he probably should have just slowed down, let that come, and turn it into a 2-for-1. He'd have had 6 assists. He had 5 assists tonight, by the way, guys. Donovan Mitchell, 5 assists, insanely good defense, just struggling to hit shots right now. They'll start falling. Don't worry. But that's the thing. The Jazz had 48 minutes of great defense. The other player that played really good defense that I was surprised by was Alec Burks. Alec Burks has turned it on the defensive end, and Alec Burks has also found ways to be efficient on offense. It's really exciting. Game 1, his offensive explosion in that fourth quarter was incredible and helped us win that game. Game 2, he struggled on defense again and struggled offensively and just didn't play a lot. Tonight, plays really solid minutes. So the Jazz had a full 48 minutes of insanely good defense. And you could tell that the Thunder were just rocked by it. The Thunder, I honestly think that there are going to be a lot of teams that come and play the Jazz, and it's going to be jarring to them how tough it is to get passes, to score, to just even dribble the ball with the Jazz's length. It's insanely impressive how good the Jazz are defensively this year. And the only reason the Thunder were even close in this game is they were just hitting some threes here and there. Melo had like 24 points on like 24 shots or something like that. The Jazz were just incredibly good, and there were only a few shots that were even open this game. So exciting stuff from Utah on the defensive end. Let's talk about a few things that got me pretty excited. First off, let's talk about Joe Ingles and how important he is to this team. My goodness, Joe Ingles was incredible tonight again. He's shooting like 60-70% from 3 this season, maybe more. He's just playing incredibly good. And I asked on Twitter, and I'm not even half joking, I'm just serious. Like, if he can just like up his shots, Joe Ingles has a chance to be an all-star. If he can get the assists and shooting, it's incredible. And the fact that he is such a good defender on the other end, Joe Ingles got in Paul George, Carmelo Anthony's head tonight. You've got it pretty bad when Russell Westbrook is the voice of reason and Paul George and Carmelo Anthony are losing it because of Joe Ingles. He was incredible tonight, you guys. He just doesn't miss shots. That corner 3 that he takes is like 80%. I don't even know. It's like insane percentages that we can't even keep track of. They're so on fire. Like Joe Ingles right now, his hot spot on the floor in NBA Jam is all the spots. So, shoot here, shoot here, shoot here, shoot here, shoot here. All of those are hot spots for Joe Ingles, the GOAT, the freaking offensive juggernaut on our team. We lose Gordon Hayward, and all of a sudden we got Joe Ingles just like filling the void easily. It's exciting stuff. The next thing I want to talk about. So I think I've mentioned this before, and a lot of people have kind of talked about this, but Rudy Gobert has looked a little slow. It's funny, he's looked a little slow, not quite got that pep in his step or whatever you want to call it on the defensive end and a little bit on offense as well. And tonight it seemed like he kind of broke through that wall. He had those 2 dunks where he just goes down the lane and just rises and finishes over everyone. Just exciting to see Rudy Gobert step up this game because we needed him. Rudy Gobert has a good game. Joe Ingles has a good game. Lo and behold, we beat the Thunder and relatively easily. That's what's exciting about this team. I talked about this a little bit before the game. You have to play great defense against the Jazz. You have to stop the Jazz, and you've got to play a grinding defense because if you don't play good defense on the Jazz and we score efficiently on you, you're going to lose because our defense has been just phenomenal. Absolutely just frustrating. I mean, Russell Westbrook scored like 6 points tonight. Russell Westbrook, league MVP, scoring champion, I think, last season, or close to it. Unbelievable. By the way, the Thunder are a pretty interesting team. Like, you can tell the talent's there, and it's going to take some time. I think that Carmelo Anthony is going to need to take a page out of Joe Johnson's book and try to become more of a spot-up shooter from 3 and things like that to be effective, because honestly, when he was just kind of backing down for those long 2s, the Jazz will give you that every day. And any good team that's good on defense is going to allow that as well, because it's just, that's the shot you want them to take. A fadeaway long 2. I mean, honestly, that is what hurt the Thunder in a lot of ways tonight. I mean, Westbrook just couldn't find a way to shoot. I mean, he got stopped in transition by Donovan. He missed an easy one at the rim. And so I don't know if maybe Westbrook's feeling a little tired or something like that. But it could have been that the Jazz defense was just that good. And I think what Westbrook's trying to do, what's kind of cool of Westbrook, is that he's trying to find the open man. He's passing and trying to get pass first and play pass first to involve his teammates. And good on Westbrook, but man, it was rough going for the Thunder. They could not score on the Jazz. And Rudy Gobert dominated inside against Steven Adams, who was visibly frustrated, got technical foul. The Thunder had 3 technicals tonight, you guys. That's the thing. That's why teams are going to be so frustrated when they play the Utah Jazz, because they're going to come in and just not know how they're going to score. And then they're going to get really frustrated. Like, I don't know, what they're going to do, but it's not score on the Jazz. My goodness, the Jazz defense has been just stifling. Let's adjust this camera quick. This might ruin the whole show. We're going to risk it all. There we go. That's better. Anyways, so the Jazz defense was really, really solid tonight. Really frustrating the Thunder. It was exciting to see. And the thing that's even more exciting, and this is what we should remember from this game. This was the 3rd game in 4 nights for the Jazz. 3rd game in 4 nights. I did not expect us to win this game at all. I thought this was going to be a blowout. I was depressed coming into the game. But the Jazz come out with this defense that is just so stifling and so good against a really high talent team. I mean, those are 3 all-stars on that team. Whatever your thoughts are on Carmelo Anthony, he's still an all-star in the East, and he can still put up a lot of points on any given night. And the Jazz just stifled it all. You've got to give it to the Jazz defense. You've got to give it to Quinn Snyder, who has coached this defense. I mean, this is all Quinn Snyder getting these guys to buy into this defense, and it's worked. Because my goodness, the Jazz defense is as good as advertised. I was a little worried coming to the season that the defense would be, disappointing, because all the pieces are there, which is why Dennis Lindsey also deserves tons of credit, because when Gordon Hayward left, there was not a lot left on the table to pick up to fill the void. And so Dennis Lindsey did the smartest thing you could think of, is just, what's our strength? And let's just build on that. And he picked up 3 solid players. I mean, we haven't even played Jonas Jerebko, who was a nice rotational player. Played rotational minutes for Boston last year. And he can't find a way on the floor. That's the next point. Let's see. So the reason he can't find a place on the floor in some ways is Epke Udoh has been unreal. He has been absolutely unbelievable on the defensive end. He has been such a stalwart on that second unit defense. The fact that we have an opt-in for Epke Udoh next season is incredible. Like, how fast do you sign that contract to get Epke Udoh to be our backup center next year too? Unbelievable pickup by Dennis Lindsey. You can rag on Dennis Lindsey for not being able to keep Gordon Hayward. This team is just incredible, the talent that Dennis Lindsey has put together. And the fact that the Jazz are going to start being able to score even more, it's going to be exciting. Like by All-Star break, Donovan Mitchell's going to calm down and start hitting some shots. I really wanted him to hit one of those threes. I feel bad for him because you can tell how bad he wants it, how big of a competitor he is. He had 5 assists, which is awesome, and I just want those to fall for him. But when they do start falling, this team gets dangerous really, really fast. I'm just really excited, guys. This team is really good. They're surprisingly good, and they really should be 3-0. It's just one unlucky break with a bad pass from Rudy, and we'd be 3-0. Let's see. So, the other thing that's been a really nice surprise for the Jazz this year, and I guess it shouldn't be much of a surprise if you consider the fact that the Jazz should, I wish we could have had it for the last 3 seasons, but Derrick Favors is healthy. He's moving around the court really well. He guarded Carmelo Anthony really well on the perimeter. That was exciting. He guarded up and frustrated Carmelo Anthony. Derrick Favors has looked really, really nice. And so that's going to be another piece of this Jazz team that's going to just help us win a lot of games. This defense is going to create a lot of offense. And Ricky Rubio tonight, too, just really nice, hitting shots. He doesn't need to hit every shot, and he's not going to. That's just not who he is. But he's hitting enough that we're winning the game. So, exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. That's the word of the night, exciting. Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse. Word of the day, exciting. Woo! Let's see. All right, so those are a lot of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. It's just the fact that we went in, we won a game we really shouldn't have. 3 of 4, 3 games in 4 nights. There was just no way I thought we were going to win this game. I was frustrated at the beginning because it's just like, thanks, NBA. You set us up for the 3rd game in 4 nights. It's on our home floor. It's after a big loss, after a hard-fought loss the night before. There was just no way I thought we would win this game. And the Jazz came in and just absolutely proved me wrong and everyone else who's doubting them wrong. Pretty soon, the national media is going to start to take notice. And they're really going to take notice when they see that Russell Westbrook scored 6 points. That Ricky Rubio and Donovan Mitchell just ruined Russell Westbrook's scoring average for the year. Giannis went off tonight like crazy, and so a lot of people are going to talk about that. The Thunder just got dominated by the Utah Jazz defensively. And so it does make me look back at Denver and Minnesota. How good are they offensively, honestly? For them to actually score on us at all is pretty impressive. But so right now the Jazz have no weakness on the defensive end. From start to finish, we have players that will guard you, get steals. We don't give up easy buckets ever, especially at the rim. We have some of the best luxuries on defense that some of these teams out there would just dream of having. How many teams out there would love to have Epke Udoh right now? I mean, he could start for a lot of teams. I bet Epke Udoh would go back to Golden State and start. Who do you want to start? Pachulia or Udoh? With that defense, that's just intense. It's really, really exciting. So guys, leave a comment on the Facebook post. Let us know what you think. Comment below in the SLC Dunk post. Remember to go to all the slcdunk.com articles. Comment. Let us know what you think. This Jazz team is going to get better and better. Offensively, they're starting to figure things out. Rubio and Rudy have not quite figured it out yet, and we're still winning a lot of games. Rudy was like 16-12 tonight. I don't know when the next time Rudy doesn't get a double-double. That's one thing I'm going to watch this season. Can Rudy Gobert get the double-double record? It's easy. He gets 10-10 easy. Easy. And the more we run through Gobert, the more he's going to score. Easy rebounds for Rudy. He has a chance to be an all-star this year, and I really hope he does. He does. He has seemed a little bit slower, and hopefully tonight has kind of broken through that wall a little bit. But yes, Rudy Gobert is going to just continue to dominate the inside. Derrick Favors is on the perimeter, hitting shots, running the pick and roll like we had hoped for. So that's exciting as well. Just a lot to love about this Jazz team, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, all the things. Talk to you later.